Greetings and welcome to another thrilling and exciting episode in the world of the Planetary Persuader. I am Cosmic Kev, your host, your astrologer, your Jyotishi. And what do we got as far as the lunar pattern today? Well, we've got the moon in the constellation of Capricorn. And the part of Capricorn that the moon is in is the lunar nakshatra known as Uttarashada, which is like 1/4 in Sagittarius, 3/4 in Capricorn, and it's ruled by the sun. And Uttarashada brings, its symbol is the tusk of an elephant, so it really brings some of that Ganesha energy in there, that Om Gam Ganapatiye, removing obstacles energy. Since it's ruled by the sun, it's concerned with the truth. And there's an element of nobility and awesomeness with this particular nakshatra. So, and I hear it's like kind of an auspicious day for new beginnings and starting things. And I'm so happy to be here. And I'm glad you're tuning in today. So, in the sidereal zodiac, we'd still say that the sun was in Pisces. And that Venus and Mercury would be in Aquarius, and we do have, Mars is in Taurus in both systems, but Mars in the Western zodiac. Well, we'll just switch places. So I talked about the sidereal zodiac a little bit. In the Western zodiac, yeah, we know it's Aries time, and because the spring equinox already happened, I get that. And in that system, we've got Venus and Mercury in Pisces, and so it's Venus loves Pisces because it's really good for the imagination. It has a lot of empathy, so it's a good Venus. It's an exalted Venus, so people like that. And Mercury went direct, so this week isn't going to be so gnarly as the previous weeks. And what else we got here? We've got the standard Saturn and Capricorn, and Uranus and Taurus, and Neptune and Pisces, and the North Node in Cancer. Of course, in the sidereal Vedic zodiac, North Node's in Gemini. So it's like really look at your communication patterns as we go through the next year and a half, because they've got something to tell you. And since South Node's in Sagittarius and the sidereal zodiac near Saturn, what boundaries are worth keeping? What boundaries are worth eliminating? And like one of my teachers was saying, just keep everything simple during as much as possible. Don't overreach. And I really appreciate that. There is a beauty in simplicity. So anyhow. All kidding aside, we do have a new moon Friday early in the morning in the nakshatra of Revati in the sidereal zodiac. So that's the tail end of Pisces in the sidereal zodiac. In the western zodiac, it's a new moon in Aries. This is really an ultimate new moon because even Revati, who's ruled by Pushan, and the two fish moving in different directions, it deals a lot with roads, maps, calendars, travel. Great time to launch a trip next Friday. For local fare, I'm going to be working Monca, giving readings the following Saturday, so that'll be good, and I'm looking forward to seeing you, and and hey, you people in Ashland, I may come to your town and do a talk for a modest something or other, and we'll talk, the difference between the Western and the Vedic sidereal zodiac, and you'll find out my prejudices. Yeah, no, not like in terms of like discrimination or racism or anything like that, but in terms of, the tropical zodiac, which is based on seasons, and the Vedic sidereal zodiac, which is based on the actual place where the constellations have moved to. Hello. It's a little more shamanistic. We'll see what goes down with that. But anyhow, sign by sign, in the Western zodiac, we're going to go, the tropical zodiac, we're going to go through your signs. And, your sun signs, your rising signs, even your moon, you could throw that in for good measure. talk about what's going on with you. Okay? So, greetings Aries, and welcome to your horoscope. Yay! Well, I mean, I noticed Chiron had just moved into Aries, and that's a wounded healer. And so it's in the early degrees. So if you're like a March-born Aries, a lot of your focus is going to be like just kind of healing yourself and helping others in spite of whatever wound you're feeling and where you're going. And I'll tell you, I was working on the radio station where I do daily horoscopes and have a radio show that's like reggae and new wave and fun rock and soul. And it was amazing how many people who, may have had a house burnt out, or one guy from the hospital called, giving. So people in any state can be giving, And I've noticed that telephone salespersons really know this. They're like, "Are you unemployed? Well, can you give you this much?" It's like, hello? It's like, broke is not, they never say no, These are the most persistent salespeople, And so, in a lot of ways, Aries, I mean, you could be like that too right now. Now, since Mars is moving into Gemini in the tropical zodiac, not the constellation, mind you. If you're going to look for it in the sky, you're going to have to look for it in Taurus. But on the 31st, or the 30th, rather, at 11:12 p.m. So you're going to wake up Sunday morning, and you're going to feel like you're moving in two different directions. Actually, it's not that bad, I mean, since Mars doesn't do that bad in Gemini. I mean, since it likes the third house, I'm sure it's, it's fine. And I think you'll be, seeing friends, communicating, moving, and feeling this nice sense of refreshment and freedom. And who couldn't use a nice sense of refreshment and freedom, right? All right, so we go to Taurus, land of the bull. Okay, so Venus is in Pisces. So Pisces represents what? Your 11th house? Yeah. So 11th house is about friends. And it's about meetings and social engagements and parties and, what are the plans now that springtime, maybe you'll meet a love at a party or at a social gathering. It's kind of nice to do. You know what? Everybody wants to fall in love all the time. This is what I'm learning in life. They do. But there's all these particularities and things you have to work with. Yeah. Especially, I think, if you're, on the heterosexual male line of things, there's so many women always getting hit up on, and, you have to refine your act in order to meet them where they want to be at. Yeah, I know, they pretend they hate us. I get that, That's part of it, makes them feel special. And, not all of them, Anyhow, I was thinking with Saturn and Pluto in your 9th house. This is a wonderful time, and the moon, today, for you to take risks. And the moon's going to go into Aquarius later on tonight. So this weekend is kind of about where you fit in the public and how you do your work, your career, and your talents and skills, and how they're seen by other people and how they're seen useful. So that is an important theme for you this week. And, you're kind of all about the money. You're all about work. I mean, this is what we know about Taurus, right? Steady, reliable, likes money. Oh yeah, they like the amour. Make no mistake about it. They just can't get enough. Their biggest fault is they're boring. I know I shouldn't have said that. I know I was mean, but it's true. Okay. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. Not my cameraman though. He's not boring at all. Unless he's boring into someone. Oh God. So Gemini, welcome to your horoscope. Let's see what's going on here. Well, you get Mars this weekend. So Mars gives you a sense of independence. It gives you a sense of motivation. It helps you move into the forefront with a lot more ease, a lot more ability. This is Venus-Mercury thing, in your midheaven right now in the 10th house. So it's like about finding opportunities to work and presenting your best talents and skills, bringing them forward to the public and using them. So going there, making it happen, and a lot of this, what we're going through now, is like based on trusting yourself. So trust yourself to move forward, and you will, and you're going to make good things happen. And that's, the bottom line of it. So, and what does Aries time symbolizes for you? It's your social life. It's meeting other people, and it's good friends, and it's people that are going to help you. It's connections for work, school, other parties, socializing, all of it. And you're bringing so much to the table right now, and I think you're going to even bring more, and this is great. This is fantastic. So fantastic that I'm going over into Cancer now. Okay. So greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. I think you're going to love this weekend. Overall. Okay, I lied. You're going to love it more after the weekend. You're going to love it more on, Monday, Tuesday. There's going to be some things this weekend, actually, that are a little bit out of your control. I mean, Friday starts out pretty good. It seems kind of romantic. And the whole weekend could be just one big lust boat, but it also could be where you spend too much money and get yourself in debt, and you don't really want to do that. I know that. And, but you do have a certain element of good fortune. You've got really good communication skills right now. You've got really good power of persuasion, even with people that don't know you and are unusual. In fact, I would say get out of your comfort zone. Allow yourself to go into unusual situations. Listen to higher wisdom, spiritual thought. Even in like church or temple or a mosque or an ashram, you can meet some people that are going to motivate you and lead you to better things later on. So, I mean, following that kind of path won't be so bad. And like I said, you're kind of on a roll when it comes to Monday and Tuesday. And even most of Wednesday, you'll be feeling it, and you'll be working it, and that's, and sure, there's some stuff that's ego crushing and dark and dangerous, but you always are able to kind of compartmentalize it into your other personality and just forget about it until somebody calls you on it. Oh my gosh, I can tell I'm in a mood. Here we go. Yeah. Well, hey, Leo, welcome to your horoscope. Oh man, now talk about the sign. It's just like probably the most fun for everyone to kind of bust their chops. You know what I mean? It's sort of like there's nothing like ridiculing the queen or the king. Right? I mean, any kind of leader. It's like, come on, folks. People are having fun with Trump. If he didn't seem so horrible, it wouldn't be that bad. No, there's loyal supporters. I get that, and they're coming from a different place. I don't think it's us and them and us. I always think there's this other third branch going out. It's like, is this even relevant? It's like, and and most of us are satisfied with pizza and a baseball game and a beer. Leo likes attention. That's definitely the main thrust that we see with Leo. And Aries time is a great time for Leo. It's a really lucky time because Aries is another fire sign, so they kind of get each other. The sun loves Mars. Leo's even put up with Scorpios. I mean, really, because of the Mars rulership. But especially likes Aries, partly because they're easy to manipulate. No, no, they're very independent. But if there's a fight or a cause worth fighting or defending, your Aries friend will be there right by your side, making it happen for you, and so you don't have to worry about anything. There's some really deep stuff happening right now. I think in your love life you might feel like it's out of your control. Your intuition is up, though. You sense things about other people. And other people are likely to do favors for you. So that's the good thing, Leo. That's the good news about this week. Now, what's the tough stuff? It's like your health issues. You really got to pay attention to those. It's not a time to cheat and do too much flour products or sugar or caffeine or bad oils, things like that, because anything like that's going to probably take you down a little bit. So and this is springtime. We're kind of like in that cleanse period where we're trying to get into our bathing suit bodies and make ourselves, any body is a bathing suit body. I get that, round as a shape. I know all about that stuff, but you know what I'm talking about. All of us, no matter what we are, we have an ideal us, without hurting ourselves, and going through Hollywood cosmetic surgery. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The natural good you. Okay, so what I see for you is that, there's this charging up of your battery as we're going into this, we're in this waning moon period. Most of you are Vedic Cancers anyhow, so you're like going, oh, I'm so depressed, I just haven't had enough energy yet. And then finally this new moon's going to happen and something's going to click by next Friday. Like, okay, all right, man, I'm ready to do it. What was bygones be bygones. That was then, this is now. Things are good. I like it. You like it? I hope so. Hello, Virgo. And welcome to your horoscope. And for Virgo, it's kind of like, it's a tougher deal here. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm in Aries time. I'm out of my own power. I have to help other people. I might even get into a little bit of debt. I got to be really careful about that. So just being modest, and you're good at that. And being cautious, you're good at that. And here's the other thing. You've kind of become this flirt and this sweet talker. And so there are admirers coming up into your space this week. And you're probably going to notice this Monday and Tuesday, like, oh, wow. Oh, shoot, you're kind of interested. And, frankly, they got to be, in my territory, they got to be attractive enough to raise the flag, that isn't always the case, and even though willing is enough, isn't always enough, and as my ex told me once, oh, love isn't enough. It wasn't enough. All right, then. In the words of Bob Dylan, you go your way, I go mine. Oh, yeah, there's another line to that song. 'Cause time will tell just who has failed, who's been left behind. When you go your way, I go mine. Yeah, well, anyhow, what I would say, though, is like if you focus on your spiritual life, Virgo, and you humble yourself and you ask for help, look, I need to do this. I need help to get to where I'm going from here to here. I need a leg up. It's actually going to work. People want to help you. And actually, it's good karma sometimes to actually ask for help and to get help. I mean, as long as you help others, which you tend to do, Virgo, let someone else help you for a change. I like it. Well, greetings, Libra. Now, for you, you're kind of like in the sweet spot with Aries, because this is like what I think of the 7th house in Western astrology as like the eye of the hurricane. It's like where everything calms down, because the 6th house is so messy, and the 8th house is so depressing at times, or disempowering, and so finally I'm in the 7th house, and people love me. Yay! I'm so lovable. All right, so where's Venus at? Venus in the 6th house, And so 6th house is work. And 6th house sometimes is obstacles. And 6th house is like where we go through like health issues. But it's also a place where it's a good place to get nice clothes. So you look nice on the weekend when you're doing your thing. And then by the end of the week, by Wednesday night, Thursday, and even Friday morning, then there'll be that new moon in Aries. And I think your whole romantic relationship life could take a turn, hopefully for the better. Hopefully there's going to be some healing involved in this. Yay, and part of the healing is going to be letting go. Wednesday night, Thursday, think about I'm letting go of stuff that's no longer serving me or working for me. And that's what's really going to lift you up this week. And even Mars going into Gemini, that's going to be fun because it's going to give you a sense of adventure, and you're going to be less needy and less, demanding and impatient. You're going to kind of chill out a little bit this week. I mean, I know, sometimes you're so chill. It's just a boring chill. But that's why we have Scorpio. Well, greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay. So Aries kind of like you, Mars ruled, but then you've got this whole Pluto thing happening, It's like that X-ray vision, and you're also fixed water, so you're not moving quite as quick as Aries. You're like, Let's look at this. Let's do a little research here and see what's underneath the surface of all this. So you're a little slower to anger, and you're a little more fluid in passion. There's a little more sustainability in your passion because you don't burn out as quick, because you got that water system cooling down your Mars, and you're reflecting on things, and you're like, okay. And you got this great imagination. And your key phrase is I create. So you got this resourceful kind of creativity, So many great artists and creators, in Scorpio, Pablo Picasso, Claude Monet, Georgia O'Keeffe, actors like Brian Keith, Veronica Lake, composers like Aaron Copland, and Paul Simon. I mean, not Paul Simon, but Art Garfunkel, and I think Dickie Betts, and a lot of Glenn Fry, and some of the other one of the other guys in the Eagles too, and Neil Young and Joni Mitchell, and so there's all this kind of creative stir up. And right now it's like you got to get to work. Scorpio, it's time to get to work. You got to get yourself in shape physically, take care of your health. The love thing, you're having fun with it. You're gonna have fun with love. There's no question. You'll be sweet talking in your heart, making it happen, and that's what you got to do right now. Well, greetings, Sagittarius. I mean, nobody benefits from Aries time more than Sagittarius. I'll just be really honest, because this is your creative mojo. This is where you're do better with your children. This is where you're going to open your heart more. You're going to be a better teacher. You're going to be a better performer. There's a lot of pondering going on too, with this Pisces energy in your fourth house of Venus and Mercury there. You're thinking, boy, things still aren't quite clear as to where I should go and what I should do next. And you have these kind of financial obstacles with Pluto and Saturn in the second house. And you're like, how do I make this happen? Really make it happen good. And what I'll say is the idea's coming, and your best days are going to be Wednesday night, Thursday, and early next Friday morning. You'll have fun in the neighborhood this weekend. But after that, it's kind of like incubate some imagination and then act on it with the new moon coming forward. So that is my Sagittarius forecast. Yay! Okay. Greetings, Capricorn, and welcome to your horoscope. So, Saturn's always serious, and it's climbing the big mountain, and it's just being patient and doing the work. Now, if work and things are going slow, the best thing to do is get up early. Get up early, meditate, say some prayers, or even if you don't believe in that stuff, write a list down of what you want to accomplish that day. That can be meditative. And when you do write that list of what you want to accomplish, write a list of what you've accomplished already and what's working for you and what's recently worked, so it'll put you in a more positive mind state. And that way you'll feel a little more confident to accomplish more. And you have these incredible insights, especially if you're a later born Capricorn. More insights are coming to you with this, even with the south node of the moon starting to head into that territory. It's like you're starting to experience better enlightenment, better ideas, and things are moving, in a good way. And so you want to keep them moving in that good way. And I think the obstacles are mostly in our head. Just work towards what you want to have happen. And you got friends in your court. Good people are going to help you. And the Mars and Gemini, it's like get in shape, work hard, get yourself better. Well, hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. So, Moon goes into Aquarius tonight at, what time is that? I think it was like 6:46 p.m. So, just a little bit before 7. Quarter before 7, and you'll start feeling your own mojo. We're talking Pacific Daylight Time here, folks. So, the whole weekend's like dedicated to you. You got to be on top of your game. Mars and going through your fifth house now, it's going to open up more opportunities for creative expression, help you get your kids involved in sports leagues, and give you a little more courage to step out in things that really matter to you in your heart. And money's coming in with Venus and Mercury in the second house. So, you want to know who's got the money this week? Aquarius. Yeah, I know. I know. As Bruce from Family Guy would say, I know. All right. Greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. So, we got a moon in Pisces on Monday morning and on Tuesday and most of Wednesday. So those are really powerful days for you. You've got Venus and Mercury in the first house. You've got Neptune there too. So in a lot of ways, you're kind of like the flavor of the month still. Even though Sun and Chiron are in Aries, you still have a lot of power. You have a lot of persuasion. You have a lot of sway. And you might even have a little bit of swagger. And you even got some friends that you're not really sure about, but they actually want to help you. Even if they have rough manners, if they seem too conservative or too dangerous, they're going to help you somehow. And so that's going to pull you forward this week. And so the new moon could actually be another good time to break out on an enterprise, make some money for yourself, heal your past thoughts and issues about finances and money, or even about family, healing family issues too by the next new moon. And this weekend, I'd say lay low. Get as much sleep as you can this weekend. That's my suggestion to Pisces. You love that, right? I know you do. So you're going to share this with a friend. You're going to tell him, Cosmic Kev is kind of a right-on astrologer. You should check this guy out. Unique style. Bam. Share it. Make comments. I love you all. And see you next week. We do this again.